it's KK Witchy. Hope you guys are doing good today, tonight, whenever you're watching. So this is Tarot Tuesday. I'm getting back into the groove of things. I've had a chaotic month going on. So I'm going to try and stick to these very regularly on every Tuesday if I can. So, hi, Loyal. Yes, you can. Just give me a few moments where I get my cards set up and stuff. Also, I'll be putting a love donation link through PayPal. It's not nothing you have to do. It's just if you want to do and stuff. I love or blah, 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 blah. I'm already tongue tied. I'm already getting nervous and stuff. But I'll calm down after a little bit after I get everything settled down stuff. You guys know I get freaking tore up every time I start. I don't know why I do. It's just like habit, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and Loyal, you're my first one. I'm going to go ahead and put you on the list, hon. So I got you down first. So let me go ahead and get this set up right quick. I know I never have all my ducks in a row, so it's like, craziness. So, how is everybody doing? Is everybody's week going good? Goodish? Mine's been like freaking chaotic. So it's like just everything's everywhere and trying to get my son potty trained on top of stuff. It's just chaotic, chaotic, chaotic. And every time I think I have stuff going good, like something else like happens and I'm like, damn, have to get back on track. So it's like, meh. So everything's super, super chaotic right now. I think somebody told me the other day Mercury's like in retrograde, and I'm like, fuck, that explains a lot. Because also technology has been messing up a lot too. I've been having problems sending email readings to people and everything, and it's like, really? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put a PayPal link right there. That's just for love donations if anybody's welcome to. If you guys are interested in going further with private readings, I offer them through my Etsy shop as well. You can find the link anywhere on my social medias. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Yes, roller coaster ride. Yes, I definitely agree. It's been freaking chaotic between everybody getting sick and everybody just, moaning and groaning and just, I'm going, this has been like the craziest month for me ever that I can remember in a long time. I have no idea. See, I don't follow like the planets or anything like that. So when someone tells me this, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, ooh, all that stuff goes over my head. That and numbers. I'm horrible at numerology. Oh, that's a siren. Oh, tell Lyric I hope she feels better. Okay. Loyal, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Is a 2-card reading good for you? Just one that goes over your situation and one to the solution. Would that be okay? I hate that she's got the stomach bug. That stomach bug is awful. Okay. Lawyer, you're first, and Campaign, you're next. Put you on the list, hon. Okay, I got you on there. Y'all know I have to make a list because I'm scatterbrained as like fuck, you know. Oh, it's okay. Oh. It's okay. Um, God, sorry. I'm like super jittery. No, it's okay, hon. I'll ask you next. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the cards right quick. I have my Deviant Moon Tarot that I love, and I got the boardless edition, so I'm like super excited. Um, these are nice, and they're easy to shuffle. Shuffle, yes. Okay, and tonight the Oracle deck that wanted to be switched up was the Messenger Oracle. I was going to use the Wisdom, but the Wisdom wants to have a break. So Oracle it is. Oracle wanted to come out and play. It just depends, Loyal. Sometimes your spiritual team, we all have a spiritual team, called, spirit guides, and they can be people that we've known from past lives to people we've known in this life to beings that we may not even know in general. So it just depends on what your spiritual team wants you to focus on. Sometimes that can be finances. It just depends on what they really want you to look at for your well-being and your highest good and your highest self. Um, so yeah. I know that sounded super weird. Okay. Loyal. Let's see what's going on with you, honey. All right, Loyal. Let me shuffle your oracle on your what to do. Okay, Loyal, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this, hun. Right now, you have for your situation the tower, which the tower is upside down. So you really need to focus on rebuilding your foundations and stuff. I felt like you've had a lot of anxiety over things. Like you just said, like, wondering about your love life and your finances and stuff. I feel like you're really, really stressing about this and that you need to kind of breathe because I feel like you're so like anxious and wound up tight that I'm like about to burst. Like I feel like you have a lot of um stuff going on with you and that you're just trying to find yourself and figure out where do I need to go from here. Now, for your oracle card that popped out was reveal your truth. Now, what this means is you already know what to do. You just have to look inside yourself and figure out where you want to step out next. You know where you need to go for certain things. If not, always ask somebody, ask your spiritual team, hey, can you send me somebody to kind of help me out because I don't know where to go from this. I've had to ask mine several times because I just can't focus on me. I'm always like bouncing in a way. So I feel like you need to kind of reveal your truth and find out, okay, who am I really like? Do I even care about this stuff in a way? Because some people are programmed to like worry about certain things and really their true self, their real self don't care about those things. And they're like, okay. And especially with social media and stuff. Not saying that it's bad because it's a great way to connect with each other, but sometimes we're like so focused on what everybody else is doing that we don't really look at ourselves and go, okay, I really don't like that. And that's okay. And that's okay. But society has kind of like dumbed us down in a way that it really makes it hard for us to find our true selves. But focus on that, hun. Even like other tarot readings and stuff too can help you find yourself. You can do this through pendulum, automatic writing, or even like I said, just kind of voicing your opinion and see what comes out. Like asking a question out loud, and then all of a sudden you may run into somebody that's like going through the same thing and finds a solution. And you're like, and then one day it may click. Like, oh, okay. So loyal. Does that make any sense to you, hun? I always have to check if it makes sense or not because sometimes I've got so much going on in here that I'm like, meh. Okay. You're welcome. But things will straighten out for you, but you need to work on revealing your truth and stuff and finding out, okay, I know what to do. Where do I need to start at? So building that foundation again of where to start at. So I'm glad that that makes sense for you because I felt like, eh. You know how I get. Okay. I'm glad. Champagne, you're next, hun. Okay. So the two card, is that okay? Okay, you ready? That's right. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. So, like I told Loyal, some of the things that we want to ask questions about, sometimes our spirit's like, meh, like, meh, you know? Okay. Okay. Picking your Oracle card. All right. This is very interesting. Okay. Champagne, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. So your tarot card was Judgment. Now, this don't necessarily mean anything bad, but I feel like you're at a place in your life where you're just kind of looking and kind of like I feel like you're kind of like judging yourself in a way. Like this is interesting because you and Loyal, like, I feel like you guys had the not the exact same situation, but the energies are kinda the same in this situation. Like, I feel like you're like, "Where do I need to go from now?" As to him, where he was trying to, build the foundation where you're like, "Okay, like, why did I do that? Why did I do this? Why am I doing this?" Like, that or you're getting judged by everybody else. Does that make sense? 'Cause it's very, like, chaotic energy on this card that I feel. Right, okay. So, this is what I was, like, really, really shocked at because I shuffled the oracle cards, like, twice, and I kept, like, pulling out the same card, and you actually got the same card as Loyal did on your oracle, Reveal Your Truth. Don't let others tell you, who you are or you shouldn't have did this, shouldn't have been that. Whether we go through things in life, whether it's good or bad, it all teaches us. It's all a lesson. Um, like I said, good and bad things that may happen to us, it's all lessons. So, reveal your truth. Um, yep, you're right. That's right. See, some things may be different to others, and that's right. Finding that balance. And that's why I was talking about, the good and bad, the balance, it all teaches us something. Whether we want to hold on to the bad stuff, that's our choice. Sometimes it's really, really hard to let go just because we're human. Hey, we all go through it. Um, but yeah, reveal your truth, find your balance. Don't let others be in your ear too much because, like I was telling Loyal, a lot of people like to have power trips. They really, really love that like taste of power. So they'll tell you almost anything to get you either riled up or get you to wherever they want you to be. So kind of pay attention to those energies. You're welcome. Your ego is something else. Hey, I can relate on that. I've got some days where my ego's like, "Mm, psst," and I'm like, stop. Like, I'm a good person, I swear. Desert siren, your guys are always doing that too. I know mine's always like, "Stop it." Like, "Stop it." And I'm like, they're always scolding me over something. And I'm like, and even like at work, so like let's say you accidentally mess up and stuff like that. Some people cannot just let a bad reaction go, They're always like so onto it instead of apologizing to each other and then moving forward. It's just one of them things, but but I can definitely relate. My ego's the same way some days. It used to be a lot worse when I was like younger, but my vibrational beings like changed a lot from where I was younger, where I used to deal with like a lot of anxiety and a lot of unsureness and anger and all kinds of stuff due to past events. But slowly, working with myself and healing myself in that process to help build that up. So now I'm a little not a quick to turn my ego on. So now I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. We're going to move on. Let's find a solution and then we can all go about our day. Versus when, like, back in the day, I was like, fuck this, fuck you, blah, it's just one of them things. You live and you learn, and everybody goes through it. Everybody does. Yeah, that's me versus um shit, I forgot how old I was. Fuck. See, I let things go. I don't even know my fucking age. See, I've got desert. I can so relate to that too. I've got one male spirit guides that's like, really? You're gonna let them say that to you? And I'm like, I don't like conflict. And it's like, bullshit. Yes, you do. Some are. I know one of the lovely ladies that I go to a spiritual center to, her one of her new guides is like that. She's like, I hope she don't mind me saying this, but she's the same way. She's like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And she was like, yeah, she's super bossy, her guide is. I was like, Nightwing, yes, I'm the same way. Like that just happened to me. And obviously because she was watching, but I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like trying to read people's like energies and shit. I'm like, ugh, this is not very professional. Yeah, you can. Elena, am I saying that right? I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names too. Okay. Yeah, hun. I'll go ahead and put you on here because I'm scatterbrained, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. Is it okay if I call you E? Because it's a little bit easier for me. Sorry. All right, hun. So how this works is I'm going to draw two cards. One will be your situation that you're going through. It can be regards to love or something else that you may be going through. But being that that's what you're worried about on your mind, I say that's what your guides will bring up. Because more than likely, your guides are going to bring things up through the cards that you're really, really stressing about right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And how this works is I'm going to pull a tarot card that explains a little bit of the situation towards me, and then I'm going to pull an oracle card, which is your solutions. What should you do? Okay. All right, hon. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle your card for you. That go. All they wanted to flip. That go. All right, hon. All right, hon. I got your tarot card. Now I'm going to pick your oracle card for you. I'm gonna shuffle. Y'all didn't know I can't or shuffle fancy. All right, hon. So for your tarot card, you need to be a really, really, really wary of this person. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I just want you to be cautious because sometimes people that come into our life don't always have the best interests for us. And I pulled the devil. Now don't flip out or anything, but the devil is definitely what it represents. It represents somebody that is very manipulative and controlling, and someone that just wants to give you the runaround and is not very sincere about who they are as a person. Um, mm, I keep hearing the word multiple people too, so I don't know what that means. It could be anything from someone you just met to maybe a family member or such. But for some reason, I keep hearing multiple people. So this could be people also that maybe your friends that may be trying to keep you away from certain people. So just kind of be wary of that, okay? Um, again, this don't mean that Ronnie may be a good person, it just it's one of them things where you really need to be very, very cautious of who you let into your life and such. And for your what should you do card, surrender to the flow. Now, you could let it play out and see where it goes. It's up to you. But if you do surrender to the flow, remember that you need to make steps for yourself, guidelines for yourself. Tell yourself what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. Tell him what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, what you'll stand for, and just demand that respect. And I feel like if you demand that respect and such, this card will probably turn around because then he'll be like, "Oh man, she really knows what she's doing, what she's looking for in a relationship and what she expects of me as a person." So, just remember to respect yourself and let other people know that they need to respect you as well, regardless of age. It don't matter how old you are. It don't matter. Just make sure you let people know that you have boundaries and that you expect them boundaries to be met. And if they can't support your boundaries or respect your boundaries, then they need to go with the flow. They need to move on. Now, with that being said, sometimes you do get your heart broken, but in the long run, it's worth it because that relationship would have been very, very different if you know what I mean. But if you don't set those boundaries and stuff, if you don't set them boundaries, oh yes, the devil runs rampant. Yep, heartbreaks. Yep, it does, and over time, heartbreaks do heal, but they do hurt like hell. I'm not gonna lie, they do. But in the end, something better will be coming towards you. Just sometimes, negative things love to stir up shit. Love it. That's good. That's good. And see, you should be open to love because love is also things that heal as well, you know? Love is a form of healing. That's good. That's good. And I wish you luck. I really do. But just remember to be like, hey, watch your step. Be cautious. So, thank you, E. I hope that resonated with you, and I wish you luck on your journey. It is Nightwing. I totally agree. It is like a growth process. I do agree with that. You're totally right on that. And sometimes people come into your life to teach you things, and they're not meant to stay there forever. And they're just like, okay, I love the Tyler Perry movies, Medea. Like, I think she gives so good advice. So, you're welcome. And when I can't remember what movie it was, but they talked about how um, everything's like a tree or something, and then family or certain people are like branches, and sometimes you step onto them branches and the branches fall and stuff. I love that. What's it called? Like metaphor. Metaphor. I know. I'm like, when I grow up, I want to be just like that. Spiritual, but yet badass. I know. I love Medea too. I love the movies. I can't wait to see the other one. What is it? Medea's funeral or something like that. I'm so excited to see it. I've heard rumors that it's going to be the last one, but I don't know if that's true or not. I hope it's not true. I know, me too. We'd be like, although I know I'd get like, I know I'd get the gun pointed at me a couple times, and I'm like, oh, shit. But yeah, I wish I had a Medea in my life too, like someone that's like super. I really love her because I think her character is like super balanced because she has that. Yes, I'm like I may not do this or that, but I've lived my life and I've learned things, and she just tells people as it is, like it is. Nightwing, yeah, honey. Champagne. Yes, he does. The devil does look good sometimes. Oh, fuck. Nightwing. Okay, honey. We'll put you on the list. I always got to write stuff down. Yeah, I'll ask about your job. Oop. Lord have mercy. Hi, Pearl. Yeah, Pearl, I'll write you down, honey. I always got to have a list because my brain gets scattered. See, I can't even talk straight. All right, Nightwing. All right. Got your tarot card. Now I'm going to start with the oracle. I thought that was two cards together there for a minute. I was like, what's... So, okay. All right, Nightwing. I have the Page of Wands, which when I look at this, I feel like you're treading on water at this point. You're just like, I feel like you're just kind of like, you want to be adventurous, but you're cautious at the same time. Like, it's almost like, you see how he's like treading on, what is that, ice? Look, I gotta read. I gotta look at the card. Is that ice? Yeah. See how he's like treading on ice, but he's got these on because he's not sure if it's safe or not to walk across. So he's just like, I'm gonna do this, and if it fall through, I fall through. I feel like you're at that point in your life, um, where you're just kind of, you want to be adventurous, but you want to be cautious at the same time, and you're very iffy right now about certain things. Like, I'm starting to see a pattern. Like, I feel like it's almost wanting to do something, but then get held back. Like, yes, I'm going to do this. Oh, shit. No, I'm not going to do this. Like, that's how I feel like this card represents for that. Now, for your, does that make sense, Nightwing? Because, like, I'm hearing myself, but, like, sometimes I think myself don't make sense, if that makes any sense. But I feel like you're just kind of treading. Okay. Okay, it does make sense. Because, like, I feel like sometimes I just, like, meh, but the shit I say does make sense, and I second guess myself a lot. So your next card is make the sacrifice. This is what you should do. So make the sacrifice. If you fall into the water, then so be it. Like I said, good things happen, bad things happen. It's our chance whether we want to take it or not. Um, uh, I don't know if you're having a lot of conflict right now in your life, but know that that will pass soon. Somebody's having a lot of conflict in their life, but just know that that will, I don't know if it's you or if it's somebody else. That's the only bad thing about some of my readings. Okay. Yes, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, make the sacrifice though. If it happens, it happens, and just kind of like move on with your life and stuff. Uh Change can be super scary. Trust me, I hate changing. Change. I'm a. I'm a. But change like scares the crap out of me. Like, yeah. So just kind of be cautious, but know that it'll be okay. That things will work itself out, and that sometimes when it rains, it pours. But at the end of the day, you'll have that umbrella. Okay. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Yeah, Phantom, I'll put you on the list, hun. Okay. Pearl, are you still here, hon? You're welcome, Night Ring. I hope everything works itself out. I really do. Cause like I said, everything's woo like meh. Yeah. I need to stop doing that. I sound like Squidward off SpongeBob. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Phantom. Okay, Pearl. So I'm going to go ahead and if you're not familiar with this, I pick a tarot card which tells me your situation. What's coming your way? Okay, I'll see what your guides have to say. Lord have mercy, I said that and all this spell out. I'm fine. I'm not worried. I was joking. You're like, cool. Bring it on. I'm gonna pick a tarot card. Tells me the situation. Pick oracle card. The solution. Okay, Miss. These cards keep wanting to. Meh. Alrighty then. Yours just like jump right out. Like, yeah. All right, Pearl. I know some of the stuff I'm like, yeah. Okay, Pearl. So right here you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, what I'm getting from this card is you come from a very, I want to say like sheltered kind of sheltered life, maybe. That's what I'm getting. A sheltered life. Also, you've learned to kind of step back in a way and kind of start to experience life more frequently. You're like, no. Okay. Hold on. That or you want to be sheltered. I'm not sure. Something keeps coming up about sheltered. I don't know what that means. I better make a note for it later. So, your Knight of Pentacles. I feel like it's almost like you're going to like meet somebody maybe that's been a lot of sheltered. I keep hearing sheltered, like shelter. I don't know what that means. Or unless you're going to meet somebody that's going to come from a sheltered life and you're going to kind of like help them get out of their shell a little bit and explore. Maybe. Yeah, because like I keep hearing that word and I don't know why. It could be that you're going to kind of help bring someone out of their shell and kind of like, because this upright represents, you see how he's like in armor and such, like someone very protective, but it's upside down. So maybe you're going to meet somebody that you're going to help bring out of their shelterness a lot. Just kind of keep an eye on like that because I feel like you're going to meet this person just out wandering around somewhere. Like one day they're going to be scared half to death because they forgot something at the grocery store and they got to make human contact with people. Oh, you're having a housing issue? Okay. That's probably why I keep hearing the word shelter. Shelter, shelter. I'm like, the fuck? I don't know what that means. See, I get some words where I'm like, you gotta give me more than this. Like I sound like I'm cracked out or something, you know? So that could be what it means. Also, it could be somebody maybe gonna take you in too. Just kind of keep an eye out for that. So what should you do? See the signs. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what you see on the internet, to what you listen to on the radio. Yeah. But pay attention to certain things that may pop up. Because again, I feel like you're going to meet this person that's really going to like, in a way, you're going to like take care of each other, if that makes any sense. Like he's going to show you um, how to take care of yourself, and you're going to show him how to live, him or her, just depending. But see the signs, kind of pay attention to your surroundings, who's around you, what energy they're putting off, because energy don't lie. It can't be created or destroyed, just recycled or made into better things. Okay. But yeah, just kind of pay attention to your surroundings because I feel like this person is just going to come up out of nowhere. Like I feel like they're going to be called to do something and then you're going to be there and then you're going to be like, where'd you come from? Like, what's wrong with you? You're so, you know. But I feel like it's gonna be a good thing, just very, very surprising. Like that's what like I keep hearing is like sheltered and then surprise. Yes, the magic moment. Okay, Pearl. I'm sorry that was like so awkward. That's like the most awkwardest reading I've ever had. I'm like, why am I getting these bits and pieces? Okay, who's next? Phantom. Okay, I'm glad it resonated with you though, Pearl, because I felt like I was like in slow motion. I was like, shit. I'm like, damn, she's gonna yell at me. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being understanding. And thank you for being honest with me because I tell people all the time, for some reason, everybody's scared to tell me like how they think or if they feel, if they have any questions. And sometimes, like, I'll think they get it and then they don't get it. And then I'm like, that's why, like, if I'm doing a face to face reading, I'll tell that person like several times if there's something you don't understand, let me know. I'll go back over it or try to clarify it a little bit better. And then I end up saying that like several times. And then finally at the end, they'll be like, oh, what's that mean? And then I'll explain like how I see it. And they're like, oh, okay. Okay. All right, Phantom. Ooh. That one was aggressive. That one didn't want to come out. It was like, "Nyeh." It could be. All right, Phantom. Okay. So your first card, you have the Four of Wands. And Phantom, are you a very like flirtatious person? Because I keep hearing like someone say they're very like very flirtatious, like they're very playful and just that type of energy. Nothing like really, really serious, but like very, very playful in a way. Charming, playful, flirtatious, a natural flirt. Um, also it yeah, a little. Okay, that explains a lot because I'm part Gemini too. So we're just like naturally like that. So this being upside down, there's a lot of did you come out of a bad relationship or one that almost was bad? Hmm. Okay. So okay. Because that's what they had me write. They said bad relationship, very toxic, very controlling, manipulative, so on and so forth. So this is what this card represents for you. So this is what you need to know basis. You're past that, okay? You're past that. And so you need to not kind of look back. It's good that you recognize that because 9 out of 10 people don't recognize that they come from a toxic relationship until like I think they get past their like until they move on or that they see that something else better comes along. Okay. So that's what your guys are wanting me to let you know that they are fully aware of that, that they went through with that with you, uh, and they were there for you. Now, for your solution card, let two become one. Don't let that toxic relationship stop you from being the flirtatious and charming personality that you are. Let two become one and not really. That's right. That's right. Good, Phantom. Good. That's right. You got to keep pushing. Gotta keep trucking. So let two become one. So even though you did see that relationship being toxic and stuff and you analyzed it like you said, always remember that sometimes new people that come into stuff and don't realize what we've been through and stuff, they may do things that trigger uh certain what is it like black back flashes in a way and where we're like oh this is bad. Sometimes people are not aware that some of the situations that people other people's have been through, so just kind of again analyze that and let them know hey that's not okay and so on and so forth, and then let two become one and then eventually you'll have that connection with that person, but just kind of let them know. Well, it's up to you whether you wanna let them know about your whole story or not. Um, but just kinda let them know that certain things are not okay and that are not tolerated, and remind them that they have to do the same. You guys have to be on the same page. If not, you guys may lead. Yep, that's right, set boundaries. Yep, you guys may lead different books sometimes, because that can happen. But yeah, just let two become one. Have that connection and don't be afraid of that connection. Because again, sometimes after we go through traumatic experiences, we're like, mm-mm, don't like people. Nope. And then we're like, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Nope. Oh, goodness. They're giving me flowers. But it's okay. It's okay. Just kind of, you'll work yourself out, but it just takes time. Everything takes time. But I'm glad that that resonated. That's right, releasing the past. It's great advice. Don't want that baggage. That's right. This ain't Jerry Springer baggage something. I don't know. He went from Jerry Springer to some kind of baggage show. You're very welcome, hon, and I wish you luck. I do. I do. Thank you. I'm glad it resonated with you because, like, I get nervous. You know how I get. Hi, everybody. So, again, if anybody is interested in a love donation, it is down on the chat thingy, wherever it is. It's not mandatory. I just like a little bit. Well, again, it's not nothing mandatory, but if you guys are interested in giving a love donation, whether it's $1, 5 cents, whatever it is, I appreciate it. Just, I love doing these things because not only does it help other people, but it helps me as well. Because the more I practice, the better I get at it. And sometimes, my how far my what's it called, connection gets stronger in a way. Like the more you practice, the better you get at it. That's like when you're like 2 and you play T-ball, like you don't expect to go to the big leagues and get a full-blown baseball scholarship because you just started T-ball. But over time, the more you practice, the better you get at it. And that's how it is. Yeah, hon, what do you want to ask? I'll put you on the list, okay? This is a 2-card reading for those of you that just joined. First off will be your tarot card, your situation. The second card will represent what your solution to the problem is. Oh, did you try the PayPal.me, KK Witchy? Because I think I put it in the chat, but it's like, I apologize because I'm like, technology is not my forte. Oh gosh. Okay, hun. Let's see. Oh, damn. All right, hold on. Hold on, hun. Let me figure this donation thing out. Okay. Hun, if you copy and paste the link where it says PayPal, you have to open up another tab and then you have to like copy it and then paste it, and then it'll take you to the PayPal page. Or you can just go to PayPal and put in kkwitchy@gmail.com. That works too. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, hun. Let's see. What are my person of interest current feelings towards me? Recently we got separated. Okay. Let me shuffle. Okay. Or current feelings. Shh. Your guys are chatty. right, hun. All right, hun. So first off, I've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the person of interest, um, it's going to be very hard for me to say. But if you guys have gotten separated, there's a reason why you guys have gotten separated. And I want to try to be as nice as possible when I say this, but I feel like they've just moved on to another person. Like I feel like they wanted um more, just more out of life, and they felt like that you couldn't give that to them, and so they just took off in a way. Does that make any sense? Also, I feel like there's a lot of like what is it? Like jealousy? I don't know where the jealousy is coming from though. I don't know if it's you or them, or I don't know. Like I almost feel like there's another person involved. You ended things? Okay. All right, honey. So, well, honey, if you moved on, why are you worried about what he wants? Or shit. What, let me make sure I read the question right. Oh, I read that backwards. Okay. That's my bad. Sorry. Recently, we got separated. So, is the person of interest, is it your ex or is it somebody new? Okay, he was a crush. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he moved on, okay? I am, I wouldn't worry about this because I feel like they're just playing you. You see how the kids is kinda, like, looking at the mom? Like, I feel like he's one of these kids and was just, like, looking at you to take care of everything. And that's why I keep hearing, like, moved on and then, like, jealousy. Like, he was mad that you decided to call things off because I was wondering why. Yeah. Well, you had every right to be frustrated. It's not right for just one person to take on everything, and then you have this person over here that's like the kid wanting to do this, do that. I don't know if he's with someone else, but more than likely he is because he's looking for a mother figure in his life because he can't decide what to do. Yes, thank you, Desert Sign. I was having a hard time finding my words because, like, I'm like, the way I'm sounding in my head's not like clicking. If that made any sense. But yeah, what Desert Siren said, yeah, that he was using you as a safety net because he has his own issues that he has to work out with. Now, if you caught it off and he realizes this, then he's like, "Oh, I got to go somewhere else because she's not going to do all this." Could be, but that's the thing though. He has to decide that. No, Desert Sun, I'm glad you stepped in, honey, because you saw I was struggling. Not like you. No, there is no toe stepping whatsoever. Like I love you to death, and whatever feel free to say whatever, which I'm glad you just like jumped in because my guys was like, oh shit, she's drowning. But I love you too, Desert Siren. But yes, that could be what it is, but that's the thing. He has to make decisions for his own self. Now, until he gets rid of mommy figure, it's okay to have parents. Like, yes, we all come from parents and we all have that foundation, and, you know, they teach us right from wrong, so on and so forth. But there comes a time in our life where we have to decide things on our own. This is where he don't want to let go. This is where he don't want to take responsibility because he may fuck up. But he don't realize that fucking up is okay, and that's how we learn. But he don't want to take that step because everybody's holding his hand. Again, even like spiritual beings and such, like deities, sometimes they're like, I'm not holding your hand. You got to go through this. Like, there's the door. Are you going to walk through it? Like, what's taking you so long? Even spiritual beings get like that. Spiritual, um, deities and, guides, angels, all of them get like that. There comes a point where you have to make steps on your own and to decide, where do I go from here? And that's where he's having that problem, if that makes any sense. Okay, now for your solution card, hun. Now, this is important. Embrace the feminine. Now, what this means is do things for yourself. Don't worry about what he's doing. If he's okay, do things for yourself, whether it's a girls' night out or just cooking for yourself or cooking for your animals, or if you even have animals, or hell, even if it's just like a sleepover with like your best girlfriends or such. Have a good time with them because you know those are the moments where you get to know yourself, of like, okay, I like doing this and I didn't know I liked doing this before because you were so busy worrying about what he was doing that it distracted you from yourself. You have to take time for yourself. It is extremely, extremely, extremely important. That's where that whole balance comes into place, where you're like, yes, you have to be this and that, and you have to worry, make sure dinner's cooked and everybody's fed and clothed and dressed and bathed and brushed teeth. But there comes a point where you have to have your me time. Everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody has to have their me time. If they don't have their me time, eventually they break down. Over time, they break down. And that's what um, I'm dealing with. Well, not what I'm dealing with, but a lot of the people, my coworkers, what they're dealing with. Um, Women back in the day, this me time didn't exist. For certain ones that may have, I'm not sure, but majority of the time, the woman always did this or that, or always made sure this was done, kitchen was clean, dishes were made, beds were made, dishes was cooked, dishes was washed. Everything almost fell on the woman. So just kind of take your time. So it was very rare back then that, like the older generation, if you ever come across them, certain ones still have that I have to do everything. Yeah, even though there's like 7 different kids in the family, but there's that one female that's taking care of their sick mother or their sick father and is running back and forth from the hospital, taking care of their blind partner too on top of stuff. But yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. I was getting uh on that I was getting like meh. Sometimes I go on and on and on, and then you have to be like, hey, hey, get back to earth, Kayla. Yeah, fire sign, you can go ahead. Hun, did that resonate with you and such? I'm sorry. I was like, just I hate when people feel like the whole world's on their shoulders, you know? Hi, Julia. Yeah, I'll add you to the list, hun. And then fire sign, you're first, right? Yes. I hope I didn't upset her. And then they get so women back in the day, they get so get so used to everything's on their shoulders that when they have time to breathe, they don't know what to do because they've never had that me time. That's why, like, some women go through their mental crisis where they want to go to college with their kids and such, like you see on the movies, because they don't know what that me time is because they don't know what to do with it. Yeah, go ahead, fire sign. Sorry. My guys was like, finish that speech. I'm like, I get a speech. I gotta take a drink. How A views me as a person? Who's this A person or you? Or do you mean like what type of person you are? Or is it like a crush? Or do you want to see how loud like other people? Oh, okay. I got you. So you're talking about somebody else. How A views fire sign. Okay. Fire sign, if it's okay for me to ask, are you guys dating or are you guys in that like stage where you're like about to date but you're not sure, like you don't know about each other's feelings? Darn it. Sorry, I got things jumping. Okay, your card jumped out. You had conflicts. Well, I'm glad you said that because this makes sense now. Okay. Fire sign, you got the lover's card. So I feel like he does like you, but he don't want to admit it because, like, I almost feel like it's a game. Like he loves to, that conflict that you was just telling me about. Like he loves to stir things up, and like I feel like he kind of gets like a high off of it. Like it makes him feel good because you guys are in this constant like battle. And then for your solution card about what you should do is we are all connected. So you two have this like I feel like you guys have this love-hate relationship going on where it's like, well, you love him because you just said it. How does he view you as a person? Well, he views you as a lover, but right now he likes that conflict. So something in him has to change because he can't always be fighting with you because over time that builds up like negative, what's the word for it? Like almost like a negative vibration towards each other where it can cause problems. Yeah, in and off connection. That's what I'm saying. Like the love hate relationship, like I feel like you guys, not you personally, because I feel like I know where you stand at as a person. Like that's why this card, we are all connected. Have you tried talking to him about this like love hate relationship thing? Because I feel like you know where you're at. Like I feel like you're good. Like you know where you're at. You know you want to be with him. And I feel like he's like kind of stuck. You tried. See, that's the thing, hun. You can only try so much, but that's why we are all connected. So at some point in your life, you may have been where he's at, but you just can't remember, if that makes any sense. Because sometimes we go through things and then we meet people that's going through the things we went through, and then we don't really remember it because we're past it. But keep trying, and then eventually, if he don't get it, you have to move on because if you don't, then this is just he's just going to keep you from opportunities that will like change your life in a way. He is confused. See, and that's he don't know himself. He don't, in a way he's like, "Oh lordy." It is he like a very depressed person? Like I feel like there's a lot of negativity around him, and I feel like that's why he wants to cause so much chaos cuz he's used to it. I know fire sign. That's why I told you to kind of like try like maybe one or two more times and then you have to move on because you can't allow him to hold you back from things. He is okay. He's going through so much. So much. But I'm going to tell you, you as an individual can only do so much too. He has to realize that he has to pull himself out. Yes, you'll be there to. Yes, Desert Siren's completely right. Don't date anyone that's confused because it'll just be stressful. She's right. She's right. He has to realize that he has to pull himself out of this, that you cannot do everything. Remember what I said about the other thing? Yeah, sometimes things hold our hands, but sometimes things let go because we have to do things as well. I know that's what you did, but he wants your hand back. That's what I'm trying to say. That is, but where he's wanting you back, he wants that back. But he has to find himself first. And then you have to tell him that he cannot be confused anymore. Well, not cannot be, but you know what I mean. Like he can't have this on off love hate relationship going for you because you really love him. And this just hurts you, you know? Hmm. You have to move on because we are all connected. Few years in time, you guys may run into each other again. It just depends. That's Destiny's own thing. I ain't, it just depends because things change, people change. Like you can always look, are you yourself the same person you were 10 years ago or 15 years ago? I can tell you I ain't. That's right, fire sign. So, see, you know what you want, but you can't constantly worry about him. Say, yes, I'll be your friend. Yes, but that's all that it can be because he has to help himself. It can't drag you into it because then that's just going to confuse you and it's just going to hold you back. Because, yes, we are all connected, but at the same time, we are all different. That makes sense. Every now and again, we'll run into somebody that's like a twin flame. Well, it's good that you broke it because he can't admit it to himself because something else has happened where he's triggered, where something else has happened where he's like, this is not okay for me to have these feelings towards her. I don't know what the hell that means, but something in his life has happened where he's like, this is not okay. Don't know why, because oh, okay, I just heard ego. So his ego's in his ear. Is he involved with other people? Oh, I don't know if he's involved with other people. Who's he asking for help? Is he asking other people for help? Honey, that's ego. That's ego in his ear. Ego loves to keep everybody apart. And this is why this card popped up, because when ego realizes that it can't keep everybody apart, it starts panicking. It's because his ego is in his ear. And what people don't realize is ego is like our darker self in a way, but it's a part of us. Okay. The boss, I'm going to put you on the list, honey. But his ego wants to keep you two apart, and that's why. That's why he's getting so confused, because his depression, his ego, and now I'm not saying depression is ego, but ego can play a part in the depression stage, especially if you are really, really, really deep into the dark. Not deep into the dark, but deep into your depression, like you suffer from it highly. So ego is in his ear right now. Ego don't want you two to be together because you can help him. But he has to realize that, hey, I want to be with you. And the reason he's telling other people this is because it knows, or it, he knows it's going to get back to you and that you're going to play this cat and mouse game. You need to tell him that I'm not playing this cat and mouse game anymore. You're welcome, hon. And I wish you luck, okay, with him. But just be upfront. Say, I'm not playing this cat and mouse game. Because that's what he wants you to do. He wants to play cat and mouse because love, hate. All right, boss. You're next. Oh, wait. Nope, Julia was next. Sorry. Julia, you still here, honey? Okay, Julia. Okay. Sorry, honey. I was like, "Oh shit, there's another one." Okay. What is the future for me and my loved one? Oh, dear. Okay. All right, hon. Okay, Julia, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with you, okay? So, you asked what the future held for you and your loved one. Um, so for this card, the Ten of Swords, um, you see how he's like trapped inside the box? Now, don't get really, really worried just yet, okay? So, I feel like something's gonna come up where you're gonna feel like you're trapped, but you don't need to panic because when you panic, that's when chaos kind of breaks free. Also, I heard feeling anxious, feeling stuck. Uh, does either of you have medical problems, or does somebody in the family have medical problems? So I feel like it's him. Okay, that's where I feel like it's going to be a problem at because I kept hearing medical problems and like it's something that I feel like you're gonna be so stressed over because you don't know which way it's gonna go just yet. But this is why your solution card came up, okay? Because with you feeling stuck and anxious, don't panic just yet because your solution card was you were born to create. Now, I'm not saying that you can change every obstacle in every, aspect or anything, but look at it like this. I personally believe, I don't know if you believe it or not, that we all come from God, divine. We're all divine beings. We come from God or goddess or both. We come from God and goddess. We all come from creational energy, the source. We can make things happen. We are all magical people. Now, whether people believe this or not, to me, it's like an everyday thing. They say all the time, worship God and such, which is good. We're all God's kids. We're all, God and goddesses kids. We were born to create as well. We are created from them, so therefore we're a part of them. And this is where prayer comes into action. A lot of people don't understand. Oh, they think that the divine did it. Well, yeah, the divine probably had a hand in it, but they did it themselves as well because they are part of the divine. So just keep putting those good vibes out there, that energy out there. Keep on, loving him, being there for him, letting him know that it's okay, that he's not alone. Because I also feel like he's very anxious too about this because he don't want to leave you alone. Like I feel like if it's in his head that if I die, I'm going to leave her alone, and it's not that black and white. at first. You're extra careful what you think lately. It happens. It does because we're all part of the divine, and that's where emotion comes into part of it too, where you have to be like cautious about your emotions and such because you don't want to create, more problems on top of that problem. So just be cautious and keep praying for him. Keep, doing whatever it is, whether it's lighting a candle, praying to him, or singing to him, or anything of that sort. Do stuff together, and just remember that, yeah, when the time comes, because we're all gonna die. It's one of those things where we all know it's coming, but just let him know that it's okay and that you'll be okay. That yeah, you'll go through grief because everybody goes through it, but at the end of the day, you'll be okay, because it's not the end, and you'll see him again because he is also part of the divine. You're welcome, Julia. I hope you get everything you needed, and I hope everything gets sorted out. The boss. Yes, I know. I love this deck too. It's super gorgeous and it's easy to shuffle. I love cards that easy to shuffle. It's like my dream deck. Okay, the boss, you're next, hon. Oh, did you have a question? Or you may have posted it, and I'm just gotta scroll back up. Yes. Are there any obstacles I need to know about that are hindering the project I wish to create and put out into the world? Okay. There's a siren. Hmm, you're gonna make me blush and get all red faced on camera. All right, hun. I think I'll do one more. Then, boss, you're my last one. Then I gotta hop off here because I got lovely work tomorrow. You're gonna love this card that jumped out, boss. Okay, I'm gonna do your solution card now. Okay, hun. All right. Okay, boss, are you ready? Yeah, Peach. You'll be my last one, okay? It's okay, Desert Sign. I appreciate it. I love the love. I love the love, girl. Okay. All right, boss. So, the Five of Cups, are there any obstacles in your way? I would say yes. This card for me represents having communication difficulties. Now, this could be not only for yourself, but for other parties that may be involved in your project. Could be that they're not listening or that you're not listening. Your guides are very, very not hateful, but they're very like outspoken, which that's completely your personality as well. Also, they want to let me tell you that you need to learn to listen to them. and to not be so defensive all the time, that it's okay to have different opinions and different ideas and that to move forward, if that makes any sense. Um, they said it, not me. But just have that in mind, hun, because, like, I feel like sometimes you're so defensive that you don't hear things, and that sometimes that it can get all confusing sometimes, because sometimes it can be like, have you heard of that game? I can't remember what game it was, but I used to play it in school all the time. Well, the teachers would let us play it, and it's where you start. Somebody says something, and then by the time it gets to the end of the uh, row in the where all the desks sit, that it's something completely different than what it was from what the first person said. Yes, telephone. Thank you, Desert Siren. I feel like that's what's causing the issue here is the lack of communication. Now, for your solution card is do not fear the unknown. Don't be so defensive all the time. And if there's something that is different, don't fear it, because sometimes maybe it's there to teach you something. Um, Also, boss, do you see spirits a lot? Because one of my, or I don't know if it's your guide or my guide, but one of them's like she sees spirits like crazy, and then she thinks she's crazy. Lord, I done made her mad. But yeah, yeah, you see spirits. Sometimes things move. Like I feel like that you don't need to be so defensive all the time. Yeah, yeah, Desert Siren. That's what I think too. But yeah, you need to not fear the unknown, because sometimes things can um seem like it's scary at first, but really it's not. But yeah, I think Desert Sign, I think you're right. He does have a lot around him. But I feel like he's got like more gifts that's developing very fast. And it's like, oh shit, I didn't do that yesterday, so why is that happening today? That was me tapping my pen. He has a ton of gifts. That's what I thought. Cause like I kept saying that. And then his guys was like, communication, communication, communication's the key. I'm like, that's what, like, oh, you texted him? Okay. I was like, shit, I made him mad. I was like, damn, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but at the same time, I don't want to have them miss out on so much greatness that they're capable of. Because I think everybody's great. Everybody is capable of some type of magic, some types of gifts. We all have a purpose. Oh, okay. He's in the Navy. Okay. Okay, that explains a lot. Hopefully he can relook over this and see if it resonates with him or not. And if so, just let me know if he has any questions or anything, or hell, he can message me. I don't mind. But he's got a tons of gifts and they're developing very, very fast. Thank you, Desert Siren. Like very, very fast. Like for his age, like I feel like he's like way, way up there. Like he's definitely an old soul. Like he's definitely very old. All right, the boss is done. Okay, Peach, you're next. I'll call you Peach. Is that okay? Again, I'm bad with names. Now, Peach, do you have a certain question, or are you just wanting to see what types of energies is out there for you? What do you think? Oh, thank you. Because I'm horrible with names. Like so much here that it don't come out there. Oh, ow! Darn it. Eh. Oh, boss, there you are. I was like, shit, I made him mad. I was like, oh, God. Okay. About your love life. Okay, Peach. Peaches love life. Oh, my. All right, hon. All right, Peach. Let's get down to it. So here you have the Four of Cups. If you look closely, you can see the individual kind of like leaning over the edge, kind of boredom. Like I get this sense of feeling where you're just at this life where is anything ever going to happen with me? Like I feel like you're very, very bored right now with your life. Not that it's not what you wanted it to be, but it's definitely not what you expected it to be, if that makes any sense. Um, Also, I heard something about you went your own way. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's something where your family didn't approve of us, something like that. But that's what I heard. It went your own way. Make a note of that just to okay. But yeah, I feel like you're very, very bored right now. Like you're very bored. You're like, is something gonna happen? Right now, I'm glad your energies is so calm because everybody else is like so chaotic. Your solution card to that boredom, hun, is nurture all you love. So find something you like to do, whether it's reading a book or painting or writing or just getting together and going out to a bar or something like that. Or animals, maybe volunteer at your local animal shelter if you like animals, if you like gardening, maybe plant a garden, get some seeds going, anything of that sort. But nurture all you love. Sorry, it's been a long night already. Nurture all that you love. Take in that, feel it, because when you nurture all that you love and you're in your happy space and you're not bored anymore and you're actually content with what you're doing and who you are and such, is like a magnet. Okay. It's like a magnet. So what you're looking for will be attracted to you. It's like a magnet. Always remember that. Things are like a magnet. So find something that really, really, really makes you super, super happy. Like for me, I know this is gonna be embarrassing, but I like anime. So I watch tons of fucking anime and then I get super happy because I'm like, oh my God. So that's what I enjoy, but that's what gets me content with my happiness. Again, it's like a magnet. Once you master this will no longer be a problem. You won't be bored anymore because you'll be like, hey, I'm going to go do such and such that I love to do. And I don't care if I'm bored or not because that just makes me happy. Yes. Oh, I got somebody to talk anime with. And trying to make you something that I'm bored. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff. I know when I was first going through that, I was like, I don't like doing anything. Like all I do is work. Work and come home and sleep. That's all I do. And take care of like my son. Cause I was going through the same things because my God was like, you have to be with other people. You have to be with people like you. And I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, I live in the Bible Belt. Like, what? There's not many pagans running around here. And they're like, oh, yes, there is. So you just need to find them. I'm like, fuck. So I had to make social interaction. See? See, because I went through the same things. Because my God's like, you have got to get yourself out there. I'm like, I'm already like, have a kid. What else do you want me to do? And they're like, so much more. So, so much more. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then eventually I came across a spiritual center and I was shocked because again, I'm in the Bible Belt. But I found a ton of great individuals from that come from all kinds of paths, and they are super super amazing. They're so loving, amazing. Every now and again, there's a rift, but it happens. It just happens in community. You can't have every now and again you'll get a bad apple from the apple tree, but it's okay because so many more are sweet off that apple tree. And it's worth it. It really is.